April Baker.
That was her name.
That was her name. And I was like, you're hot. So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck.
Andrew Tate.
Breathe air. You don't need a vape.
I'm not even sure what type of drugs he's been on these past couple of days, but he's been saying a lot of crazy stuff, and yeah, let's get into it.
April Baker.
That was her name.
That was her name. And I was like, you're hot. So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck.
So you could see he's doing a EDP 445 move right here. And Andrew Tate, bro, what happened to you? I mean, you used to be great, and now you're just down. You went down like the Titanic, bro.
Know about me. I'm 21. I don't care. So I pick up April Baker in my Mazda RX-8. Who knows about them cars? No one knows. No one knows about them.
Throwback.
So I pick up April Baker, and I was so disappointed. April Baker was the original Catfish. Before Catfish was a thing, April Baker was a thing. She went from a 10 to a 5.
Yeah, I could see why some people don't watch Andrew Tate anymore. Like, dating a 16-year-old girl and you're 21, yeah, that's just weird enough, buddy.
Ignore the construction. I'm rebuilding my mansion. You'll see when it's done. We'll do an episode of Cribs. I had to get this area here. I bought my neighbor's house. I had to construct a specific area for the Bugatti. Anyway, that's all gonna be lit up and shit. Bugatti logos. You broke boys don't know. Listen, I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else. But they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1...
How can you call yourself intelligent if you're making a video about why you should date a 10 out of 10 trans woman? It makes no sense. It's just stupid.
I want to turn to the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. What is your view of this war?
I think when you call it a war, you're doing a disservice to the people who are having their limbs blown off by some of the most advanced technical weaponry on the planet. It is a genocide and it is disgusting. And it doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you fall on. When you observe a genocide in front of your very eyes, you should be disgusted.
Which side is waging genocide?
The Israelis are genociding the Palestinians, and you know it as well as everybody else does. That. Well, then it seems like your bosses are not allowing you to know it.
What do you think of...
With Andrew Tate, I feel like he's just dramatic when he's talking. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some things I do agree with him, but when he's talking, it just throws it off. He sounds dramatic.
Of what Hamas did on October the 7th.
Why are you starting the story in the middle, Pierce?
I just asked you about the wider war. I'm now asking you specifically about Hamas.
I cannot professionally answer that question without talking about the context that led up to October 7th.
Well, nothing, to my mind, justifies what happened on October the 7th.
Nothing justifies what happened before October the 7th, Pierce. This is the exact point. So you're talking to a man, I don't know what answer you expect from me, because let's forget the fact that I'm a Muslim. You're talking to a man who is fighting oppression to the best of his ability because he believes that the people in charge of the world are enslaving us all, to the point where I detriment my own life. I end up in a jail cell because I'm speaking against oppression. Then you're asking me what I would do if my family was blown to pieces.
You're not in a jail. Hang on.
You're asking me what I would do if another government came along and blew my family to pieces?
You weren't put in a jail cell because of any oppression.
Absolutely I was.
You were.
Bro, how you don't know the reason why you went to jail? You went to jail because of people were saying you were doing human trafficking.
Do you believe Hamas are a terror organization?
And that's a very interesting question, but I think you're peddling asininities.
Well, just answer the question.
Can somebody do me a favor? Google asininities and find out if it's a word.
I know what it means.
If it's not, make sure it's added to Webster on Top G's orders.
Okay, just, are they a terror group?
You're peddling asininities because I'll tell you why, Pierce. Let me answer the question.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are.
It's a simple question.
That's like me asking...
I'll tell you why I asked, because the UK, where you were born, prescribes Hamas as a terror organization.
They also prescribe me as dangerous to children in schools. Let me explain something to you, Pierce.
You're not prescribed as that.
If I were to sit here and say, is stealing wrong? And you'd say yes, and I go, but what if the person stealing is trying to feed their family, and if they don't, their family are going to die? Is it still wrong? You're trying to take a very nuanced and complicated argument and reduce it down to one sentence.
No. When I'm watching Andrew Tate, I cannot deal with this. It's like 30 seconds, I don't want to watch it. It's just like, he's always kind of yelling at the microphone, and it's just like, bro, calm down. Your life doesn't depend on this. Just calm down. It's not the end of the world, but really, I'm gonna end the video here. If you have any opinions about this, let me know, and yeah, see ya.